and welcome to Goa News Now. Well, friends, I am today delighted to interview a person whom I know very closely. He has not only served in Goa for last 30 years, but helped many Goan citizens for whenever they had any kind of requirement. So before I introduce, I wanted to make a mention here that the personality with me today wanted to become a teacher but became station master, and now today he is retiring from railways as an area officer of Vasco region. So we have Mr. PC Chacko. Currently he is serving as the area officer, and today is his final day in the office. So today is his retirement. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best for your retirement. Sir, many of our viewers would like to know, you have served 30 years in Goa. So how exactly this whole thing started? Since I also used in my intro that you wanted to become teacher, but how this journey from teacher turned into as a, from I think that some station master and then area officer. What was the journey all about?
See, actually, it has happened accidentally. In fact, when I was undergoing training as in the B.Ed course, this opportunity has come, and we are having in our state Kerala. We used to see the station masters standing at the platform with very neat and white uniform. So that also has actually attracted me. I thought that it is a very good option to become a station master. So when the railway has called for this station master's post, I applied, and my first attempt I could clear the exam, and I was posted to South Central Railway actually, because the earlier Hubli division belongs to the South Central Railway.
Okay.
So I have joined as an assistant station master in South Central Railway Hubli division at a station called Vandal. Yeah.
And then when you started from there, when you came to Goa, what was the kind of a thing here? Meter gauge or broad gauge, or what kind of engines were here? Whether it was steam engine, how you saw those days? Remembering back, those days.
Actually, I joined Goa to Vasco station as a senior deputy station superintendent, one promotion in fact. Then those days it was meter gauge. Actually, steam engines were there. My earlier section I worked in the steam engine, but when I joined here, by the time the steam engines were already available, but we were not running trains on the steam engine. Some engines were available at Vasco or at Kollam for a quite long time, but I worked in the meter gauge in the diesel engines actually.
Okay.
Subsequently, this meter gauge also was removed by the end of 90s. So we converted to broad gauge, and with the diesel, all the broad gauge diesel locos, we used to run the train service, both the goods and express and passenger trains.
So that time that ghat section was there when you started.
Ghat section was there. Ghat section was there from the very beginning, maybe it is more than 100 years or so, like that. I think it was constructed by the Portuguese. So ghat section was very well there. In the same ghat section, in the same condition it was there. There was no change. Only the meter gauge portion is made into broad gauge. That is the only changes took place in the ghat section.
And when you got transferred from here to other areas, I wanted to make a mention to my viewers that he is one of the officer who is not only served in Goa for the longest tenure, 3 decades, but have seen all positions in different railway stations. I believe across the Goa you must have worked in all stations.
Yes. Actually, after joining here, after 2 years, I became a traffic inspector. I was in charge of the section up to Vasco da Gama to Castle Road.
Okay.
So I was required to go to every station for doing my inspections and all other special works to monitor the special works and all. I was required to go. So I know every nook and corner of the railway system in Goa, even other places also.
When you look at this Goa, it is a tourism destination. Initially, when I got to know that Margao railway station was not there. Before Konkan railway, Margao station was maybe a halt station or what?
The station was there.
Station was there.
That was part of Hubli division. It was not Konkan Railway. Konkan Railway was originated later.
So, what was the situation in Vasco? Whether trains were moving from Vasco railway station, and in which year you saw that more of the trains were departing from Vasco?
Actually, prior to 1997, see, we were running many number of express trains from Vasco station. Because I remember there were daily two trains to Bombay and daily trains to Vijayawada, daily train to Secunderabad, daily train to Bangalore, other than passenger trains. So then further this Konkan Railway was originated. Then all the Bombay bound trains, all we are diverted via Konkan Railway because it is a easy route and it is not so much time consuming us through our route.
So basically, Vasco was main station during those time. Which year you mean to say?
No. It was till 1997. Madgaon station also was part of Hubli division, and Vasco and Madgaon were important stations.
Okay.
Then subsequently, when Konkan Railway has originated, we have handed over the Konkan Madgaon railway station to the KRCL for under their control.
So moreover, 8 to 10 passenger trains were leaving from Vasco those days.
Those days, all together, that many number of passenger bar express trains were running from here. So being originating station, naturally, Vasco was more important than Madgaon those days.
Well, sir, one more thing which I also, in journalism I have heard and seen that, people demand a direct train from Vasco instead of Margao. They say direct train should be there from Vasco. Do you think it is feasible now at least?
No, see, Vasco, we have got a lot of constraints are there because we got only our line capacity is very, very less. Actually, we have got only 3 platforms are there. So, being train originating, we require more number of platforms and more number of lines to keep the express train rakes. So, right now we don't have that kind of capacity at Vasco. So, it is difficult to start more number of train at this juncture, unless the station is developed. But there is, I don't think that it may be feasible because of the constraints of space at Vasco city.
I heard that there is Vasco station is going to get transformed. The whole look of Vasco entrance and station is going to change. What is the plan now? What they are making here?
Vasco, we are going to get a new railway station. So you can see that already 1/3 of the building is already demolished. So slowly, soon there will be a new railway station. I think it will be a world-class railway station. That is my personal view about that, because it is up to our higher officials to. I think the station building plan is under. It is already once it was decided, but I think again it is under review. So shortly, Vasco will get a very beautiful railway station. It will be a proud thing for all the Vascoites and particularly the Goa as a state.
Basically, architectural wise, there will be changes, or what would be the?
Architectural wise, there will be changes, and size wise, there will be changes, and facilities wise, there will be improvement. And all respect, it will be.
It will have a Goa look kind.
I hope so. So definitely, railways outlook is now it is on those ways actually.
Now, when we look at the Vasco railway station, in the year 2008-9, Vasco was also recognized as Adarsh railway station, if you remember. Yeah. It had won the prizes. I think that time you were the station master. How proud moment it is for the station master when they get these kind of achievements?
No, actually, during my 3 tenure at Vasco station as a station manager, I got Vasco station as the best maintained major railway station from our Southwestern Railway. Thrice I got it.
Out of how many stations?
From all the division and zone.
Okay.
So I like that. I got three times I got that station got that award. Other than that, when the cleanest station concept was introduced, the first year Vasco station got the 3rd cleanest major station in India award.
Oh, across India?
Across India. Vasco was the 3rd cleanest station in India. And you must be remembering that the Honorable Governor, on the day he has invited me and my health inspector to Raj Bhavan, and Madam has felicited us. So it was a very proud moment for all of us actually.
And sir, but when we talk about infrastructure wise and all that, with limited resources, is it possible to maintain the show, or you required more infrastructure here to run the show?
No, see, stations are classified in different classifications are there. So it is according to the earnings of the station and importance of the place. And there is no no shortage of any infrastructure. And one moreover, we are going to get a new station. So whatever shortages are there, that will be rectified in the
In past, you manage with a very
past. It was actually there was shortage was there, but it was a collective effort, and myself, my subordinate people, it was a mission actually, to maintain cleanliness and provide maximum comfort to the traveling public. It was a mission for us, and every railway person takes it as a challenge for that. Actually, particularly Vasco, and it was one of the most important aspect of my working. Actually, that's why in the cleanliness because the public who are coming into the station, they should feel that.
they are coming like an airport.
So no, within the limited airport we can't say, because airport is entirely a different thing. But in now Indian Railways also many stations are becoming more than airports. So that way it is Indian Railway is progressing. So hope that Vasco also will become one day like that. So earlier that kind of facilities were not there, but because of the hard work of the staff, we were able to maintain that standard.
Sir, as an area officer, you must have been to various other stations. Potential wise, do you think Goa's other stations has that much potential to become more busy stations?
No, actually, see, our section is a very small section that is having only, can say, around 50 kilometers. Up to Kollam is our area mainly. So Vasco, then next station is only Sanvadam. So Sanvadam also is, new station building has come, new platforms have come. So there are, other than that, other small stations actually it doesn't require that kind of infrastructure or other facility, because there only these local trains only stops there. Express trains are not stopping there. So Vasco, Sanvadam and Kulam. Kulam also new railway station is building has already come up, will be commissioning shortly. So all required facilities are available, will be made available also. If anything is shortage is there, it will be made available also by the railway administration.
As a general perception, when we look at railways, people say that railways is like a lucrative job. If you are in railways, your family is settled. But is it so easy to work in railways?
No, see, railway is a very, very responsible job. You cannot postpone a job what is required to be done at this particular moment. So you should be always alert. You should have the mentality to do hard work. Otherwise, it is difficult, because it is more than I feel it is more than a defense system, because the work has to be done then and there. Because suppose you want to run an express train, so it requires, it is just, we cannot start the train like that. There is a lot of work is there behind it to make the train ready. So there is a time for each time aspect is for each activity. That activity should take place that particular time only. You can't postpone that activity to some other time. So it is a very responsible job, and people are doing it happily. They are responsible, not only responsible, it's hardworking also. Particularly the people who belongs to the operating department, mechanical department, those people are all, they are very hardworking people.
There is no day night for them.
There is no day night for them. Night is there. It is a roster duty. So staff are having 8 hours duty. So they need to do that 8 hours only. That 8 hours they will have to do all that full 8 hours station like Vasco. They will be engaged all the 8 hours. They may not get any rest time and all during that course of their duty time.
Now coming to the local area, when we look at Vasco, you must have thought, or railway had must have vision to expand, because services has to be expanded. Plus, this station is also catering to the port area. So any time that you thought that no, I'm not getting full support from the local administration or the state administration, and anytime you felt like that, or
No,
you wanted land or not given, or you given support.
no, actually, see, Vasco is concerned that kind of an issue was never there. Because there is, first of all, here the land is not there. We all know. So there is somewhere land should be available for us to. That land is not available because
Landlocked.
it is a city. So within the availability of land, we have done everything, and I think we will be able to cope up with whatever we are required to be done. Yes.
So one thing which is now the whole topic, doubling. Everywhere we see doubling. Vasco's doubling ambitions is since long, very long years. Do you think doubling should come, and why?
See, doubling is now it is an ongoing project. So there is no question of it should come and all. It is going on. It is going on. It is a central government approved project. It is going on. There are some hurdles are there here and there. That kind of problems used to be there wherever this kind of developmental works are there, because those who are getting affected naturally they will get aggrieved. So we can't blame them. See, they got their own genuine issues, and sometimes it may not be so genuine, but still they are eligible for to express their vision when they lose their land. Naturally, people will have some.
Everybody has right to speak.
Yeah, that's all. I think ultimately problems will be sorted out, and doubling will come up. That's what.
If as a layman term, if there is a double track, how it will benefit the movement?
No, see, one thing, if there is a double line, now you see, when we are running now single line is there from Vasco to Madgaon. If suppose one train is leaving a Consortium station or Sangwal station, unless that train comes here, we cannot start the another train.
So there is a delay.
So there is a delay. In a double line, there is no such delay at all. We can run train on either direction, and train detentions won't be there. So it is very useful for the smooth working of trains. It is happening throughout India. Throughout India, double line, triple line, railway is developing. So naturally, we also cannot lag behind. We also have to go along with the system.
Vasco is termed as the gateway of Goa in terms of tourist arrival and all that. I have seen many times that there were GTDC people having their kiosk and all that, trying to boost tourism here and all that. So with that regards, do you think that Goa or Vasco railway station in future will get more number of such trains interstate or outside states, wherever it was more important? At the moment, how many cities the trains are going, and which all areas railway can have more trains if the doubling is there?
Doubling alone will not increase the number of trains. It depends on the terminal capacity.
Okay.
Vasco is the terminal.
Okay.
The terminal capacity is not improving or increasing because of the earlier what we told about the land constraints. So that alone will not bring a more number of trains. Okay, at least we can some increase will be there, can be there, but I don't know. It depends on the railway administration's policy and requirement of the public. All these different yardsticks are there for adding.
So now coming to the personal thing, now since you are retiring today, from tomorrow you are a civilian. You belong, native is from Kerala. Where will your heart will be, Goa or Kerala?
You see, I am now 60. So out of the 60, 35 years I was outside. In that 35 years, 30 years I was in Goa. When I joined here, I never ever thought that I would be here this many years. So naturally, our tenure would be 4 years. So naturally, we'll go out. That was the thinking of those days. Actually, that has not happened when we came. Then my children only one daughter was there. So she has only just 1 year, less than 1 year when we came. So she got educated up to engineering here. My younger in Goa. My younger one daughter also got educated. So Now elder daughter is a bank officer. Second daughter is now studying abroad. And with the general public also, here in the at Vasco and Goa, even with our political leaders, or I was having a very cordial relationship because they were all giving me a very good cooperation, and particularly Vasco. See, I was having so much affection. It is just like my more than my home, more than my home, because this is such a peaceful place. I have seen many places. Goa is such a peaceful place where there are I am not finding any problem or any issues of small used to be there, but unlike other places, it is a very safe place and a cool place where everybody minds their own business. They never interfere with others' life and other things. So it is something. See, I may be leaving Goa because of personal reasons, but my heart will be in Goa only. There is no doubt about that. It cannot be different. So,
And when you were here, what in terms of food, which all foods you used to like the most?
no, see, basically, food habits are concerned. Kerala and Goa are almost
Similar food.
similar food because rice and fish curry. This is the most this one, and in Goa also fish curry rice. Fish curry rice is the most famous. Even there also, but even compared to our place, I found the Goan food is better than our food. No doubt about that. So they will be. If I leave the place, I will be missing. Yesterday also we had it's a party like that. So we were talking that. So this is what we are going to miss. Suppose if we leave Goa, if the situation comes.
Definitely, you are going to miss Goa.
Goa, definitely.
And definitely, Goans will also miss you because you really, for our viewers, in his 30 years of tenure, I personally know him from last 15 years, and never ever you have come with any kind of a problem. He was there to solve it, especially for ticket reservation. One phone, destination. Chacko sir, it was really nice talking to you. You really spelled your heart out and बरे दिसले ऐकून तुमचे. So thank you very much. Goa will miss you. You will miss Goa definitely. That is also there. But thanks for serving for Goa and Goans for so many years. It was a real good experience as a journalist, and many people who will be watching this video and are watching will definitely give testimony that you really worked and served for the Goa and Goans at large. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Goa. Actually, you have all cooperated with me, supported me, you loved me, and I am really thankful to all the people of Goa and particularly Vasco people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This was Mr. P.C. Chacko, the area officer retiring today. Now he will be starting his second innings in Kerala, basically. But we wish him all the best. And any more jobs or no more jobs?
No more jobs.
No more jobs.
As of now.
As of now, he is already tired, but have really served hard. So thank you very much to talking to us, sir. Thank you very much. Keep watching Go On News.